You want to be a profitable trader but don't want to spend your time wasted learning things like candlestick structures, support and resistance, SMC, ICT, or any of that bullshit, then this is the video for you. I'm Taylor Bright, this is Perfect Entry, and let's get straight into the video. You may have seen me talk about the gold shark indicator before, but today I'm just going to go over why it's useful, how it's beneficial to you as a trader, and what's going to make it special for you. Now, if you haven't seen the gold shark indicator before, this is what it looks like on the chart. I've just drawn a green line here so you can see the entry, but all that happens is you wait, you'll get a shark on a candle with a white line which shows you the entry price. You then get a green line which shows you your take profit, a red line for your stop loss. You place your trade at the end of the candle close with the shark. You let it run, you get a result. Here are some other trades. The last two trades of this week have been wins, then it was a loss. If I go to this spreadsheet, you'll see that we have gathered 378 trades of live data so far. We've been tracking them at a 1% risk per trade, 2% risk per trade, 3% risk per trade, and 10% risk per trade, just so that you can see how it changes over time. You can see that from the 8th of January this year, we started with an initial of 10,000. And if you were to have followed every single trade it has given, which isn't optimal by the way, and I will show you why, then currently you would be at 22,600 if you're on 1% risk per trade, or you'd be at 471,000 if you're at 10% risk per trade. We've also got the average by week, so you can see that this is the amount it has made each week. We are currently on week 18. I've put week 18 in just simply because I don't think there's going to be another trade in for this week. You can see that our average per week gain is 4.81%, and again, this is at 1% risk per trade. And you can see that our highest win rate was 18.6. We've broken it down by hour, but I will go deeper into that in a minute, as it's not inherently as useful to see each hour. You can see our day of the week, but again, I'm going to show you something that will blow your mind in a minute. And then you've got our monthly gain. You can see that recently we've been averaging between sort of February and April, which I would see as more normal months, we've averaged 23%. And because of this month and this month, again, it equals out to 20%. And you see that our average at 1% risk per trade has been 25% gain per month. Our average at 2% risk per trade would be 50% per month. At 3% it would be 92% a month, and at 10% it's 600% a month, but that's insanity. Now, remember, all these trades are at 2.5 risk to reward ratio, so each win is 2.5 times what you would lose. Therefore, you would need this win rate to be profitable, and you can see that over the last 377 trades that we've had a win rate which is about 7% higher. That's a good margin of error. Right. We've also broken them down by individual sessions, so you can see that this is an Asian session only, where we have tracked only things that have come between the hours of between the hours of 4 and 13 in terms of UTC plus 4 timing. We've tracked London, which is between 12 and 20 UTC plus 4, and we have tracked New York, which is between 17 and 2 in the morning, again UTC plus 4. So we have split it down by individual sessions if that's beneficial to you. And then just in case you want to know when you can trade, we've got this little helpful sheet which does live updates. As I add trades into each, this does go through and adjust itself, and you see that currently we have these as the most optimal. Anything above 1.0 is technically profitable, however we tend to prefer anything over about 1.3. Anything that's in 1.5 and higher is considered ridiculously high and is something that you should definitely be looking at. So you can see that all of Monday is amazing. Asian session going into Tuesday is amazing. Thursdays, I would probably end up sitting and trading all of Thursday and all of Friday. Now, this one is above 1.0, so it is technically profitable. It's just not a huge margin of error. But yeah, you can be very, very profitable by just trading the first 4 sessions of the week and the last 6. And if you were to do so, you would end up with a result that actually surpasses this quite significantly, just simply because these are so close to break even. Now, the way that some people have started using this is that they have been using Pine Connector and similar tools, so they can connect it directly to their MT4, MT5, Think Markets, CTrader, and other accounts like that. You can do the same. It's very, very straightforward and easy. All you would do is you go into the alert settings, add an alert, and you would go and set your long trade found or your short trade found. Once you've done that, you just set up your alert like this. You're going to need to put some enters in just to make it print nicely, like so. And then you set it to once per bar close, and then all you would do, leave it open-ended if you can, or you just leave it for a long duration. And then create, and it will go pick up those alerts as and when it triggers them off. You will need to do a bit of a webhook play to get it right, but that's how it works. And then every time a trade gets found, at the end of a bar close, it will go, here is a trade. It will offer you the trade, and it will go and set your stop loss, take profit, and handle all of your risk management for you. Again, if you're someone who has no time to trade, that's really convenient. If you're someone who has time to trade, you have to question, well, if I can automate it, why do I need to trade? But the other point is that you can just sit there for the sessions that you're active. So if you're someone who's there during, I don't know, Asian session, you could just sit there through your Asian sessions and just watch it. Obviously on Wednesday you can take the day off because apparently it's not worth it for you at the moment. If anyone has any questions, do feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm Taylor, this is Perfect Entry, and I'll speak to you next time.